Welcome to the live stream podcast here at DigimarCon and Texpo, the Technology Expo here at DigimarCon. Really excited to be here. My name is Cody Owens. I'm the content director at Elevate My Brand, and I am here to host this podcast with a bunch of great people today. We have respected leaders, innovators, experts, and exhibitors here as part of the Texpo Expo, and I am here with one such person. And I'll start with the softball question, and you just please introduce yourself, who you're representing, and your role in that system.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for having me here today. It's great to be here with you. I always love being in a room full of marketers, so It's always fun to just step away from your desk and be with marketers and talk about all things marketing. My name is Kimberly Cottrell, and I'm a Senior Manager of Storytelling at Microsoft in the Global Skilling Organization. And so we have a product called AI Skills Navigator that offers free training for people to upskill in AI, and I'm super passionate about helping other marketers understand how to use AI to make our jobs more fun, to do more of what we love, and so that's part of what I'm talking about today.
Incredible. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for all that you do for Microsoft, and also leveling up everyone and their skill sets. So obviously in marketing, one thing is we're all trying to just build relationships with people, and we do that by saying, here's what we can provide, and it fills a need that you have. So what actual challenges do people have that you provide the solution for?
Yes, absolutely. So the main challenge that I'm focused on right now is around, there's different audiences, but let's think about marketers and business professionals who, the landscape is changing rapidly with AI, and we all need to upskill. And I'm really passionate about lifelong learning in general, so very exciting time to be in the learning space as a marketer and advocate for it, because we all need to upskill right now. It's relevant to every single person, and so the thing I'm focused on as I think about the marketing audience is around, we all are pretty technical actually at the end of the day. We have our marketing tech stacks, et cetera.
Right.
So I think we need to give ourselves that credit and that confidence to embrace AI and really use it to absolutely maximize what you're doing. And I've seen that transformation in my own work over the last year, and it's really empowering and exciting. And so that is what I'm focused on, is really helping people feel confident about embracing AI, starting to work differently and starting to learn how to work differently. And that's really the challenge that's out there that I'm talking about today.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think everyone is confident that they need to have at least some sort of basic level of AI, but so many people are not confident in what it even takes to start using it, or how they can use it in their life. So
yeah, exactly.
I see that as a major challenge.
That first step is kind of the hardest. Just the funny thing about, and the last speaker just said it, just ask the AI. You ask them the question, ask them why, how, what, and they will literally tell you. So it's the barrier is just starting to get comfortable doing that. But the answers are at your fingertips if you just kind of jump over that first barrier.
Yeah. I think a lot of our clients, their minds are a little blown when they're like, I'm not sure what to ask it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, ask it.
Start. Yeah, exactly.
Ask it to help you. Help you.
Yeah. And it won't judge you. It's AI. So I think it's just, it's very hard to get used to doing that, but it's very amazing and empowering once you do realize you do have this non-judgmental partner that you can ask anything to, and you can really do so many things. It's incredible.
Yeah. And what are some of those skills that people are leveling up?
Yes. So what's really interesting with AI is that you don't actually have to be technical to be good at using it. And so that's another kind of misconception, is that you need to be technical in order to use AI. You don't need to know how to code. You just need to have that comfort with asking the right questions and iterating. So those are the skills that you really need, and you need to have your domain expertise that the AI can actually accentuate.
Right.
So we all already have the superpowers. It's just a matter of asking the right questions and iterating and being comfortable with continuing to ask why, how, what, and go down the path with the AI.
I love
Yeah.
that. All marketers are Popeye and you're the spinach. You're
Yeah,
just
exactly.
exhalating
100%.
everything we have.
It's so fun. Yeah.
I love that. What's an example or like a real life application of like that you've seen of the skill development tools that you have
Yeah.
of being implemented in real life?
Yeah. So I see it every day as part of my job. You can start by just, taking a course on AI Skills Navigator, go there and, do a 1 hour to you. And then really you can just start applying it. So some people learn that way where they just like kind of want the shorter primer, or maybe they turn it into a podcast, which is another feature of AI Skills Navigator. It turns things into podcasts for you. So you
Right.
don't have to, you get the like short podcast version, which is super fun. And then that person maybe learns by doing. So they do the short bite-sized learning and then they implement and they learn. I see a lot of people learning that way. And then there's other people, I'm more like this. I like to do the whole course. Like I'll spend the 10 hours doing the course and
Yeah,
then take
yeah.
the certification and then I have my certificate. And then I also build upon that, So it's, I think, something that we really are very supportive of and lean into at Microsoft is around different ways of learning and supporting people in
Yeah.
different ways of learning. Are you someone that likes to listen? Are you someone that likes to, do it through a actual project-based learning, a lab? So there's just so many different opportunities that I get really excited that we support, and I like to really highlight that people learn differently. So you have to have those options.
Yeah, totally. I understand that completely.
Yeah.
People are like in college, I didn't take any written notes.
Yeah.
I read stuff and then I said it out loud to myself.
Amazing,
And I
yes.
was like, I'll kind of model a teacher
Yes.
sort of situation. If I didn't know something,
Okay,
I'd go back to the
love
book.
that.
And then
Yeah.
I go back and start talking about it out loud.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, that's just the way that I learn.
That's the way you
So I
learn.
love that AI, there's so many different applications of audio, video, image, text, all of that. So there's really, it kind of like works with any sort of learning
It
style.
does. It's so flexible, and that's so incredible. And it's like I learn by taking notes, so it's so
Yeah.
different. Like
Yeah.
I take notes like very prolifically. So it's I really appreciate that that's being celebrated now. That there's different ways of
Totally.
learning, and there's a lot of different options out there. And I love that this platform that we have offers lots of different options.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Is there, I know like AI itself is sort of a trend in the moment, and also all the things it has accelerated, like it has required higher skills in a bunch of other places. But is there like a specific trend right now that you see that people maybe aren't talking about, or something you're just excited about? Just a different trend in AI and skill leveling?
Yeah, what I see really right now is that people have generally, I see people have a comfort level with using AI to help them generate content.
Yeah.
And there's an awareness around you can't just like take what it gives you, you have to still do that human creativity and
Yeah,
editing. So I see that we're like at that point now, and that's pretty like normalized, which is great. The thing that I think is the next level that people are just starting to dip their toe into, and that's why I was talking about vibe coding today, is like the automations and the actual processes that can happen that will really allow you not to have to do the manual work with AI. So really going beyond chat to agents and automations. That's definitely what I see as the priority right now in terms of like what I'm trying to upskill on personally, and what I think that that's like the differentiator. If you can be ahead of that, like it's a really exciting time.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. It's early on day one, but I've already seen a sort of through line emerging of this sort of human in the loop,
Yes.
approach to all of the AI, because everyone is talking about AI.
Yeah.
And I think like Neil Schaefer, the
Yes.
keynote speaker this morning, was talking about
Yeah.
people, not prompts.
Yes,
And
exactly.
so I see that as like a through line, and I definitely see that trend emerging here in like the sessions today. So
Yes, 100%.
totally.
That's super important.
What advice to seeking like leveling solutions with AI?
Yeah, I definitely, I love our agentic learning system, AI Skills Navigator. It's free, and you can actually upskill your teams using it. And so you can create these custom playlists. So for your particular team, you can search through all the training and create a playlist, and then you can share it with your team, and you can watch and see how your team progresses through it. So I just think that's an incredible resource that's out there. There's, no barrier. You can just sign up and start using it. And I would say make skilling and learning part of your team culture. Like you have to like really acknowledge it that people have to spend time on that right now.
Yeah.
And so I think making it like a team sport and, making it, something you as a team are going through together is really an exciting way that I've seen companies really excel. And again, it gives you an edge if you have a team that is using AI to its maximum right now. So
sure.
It's well worth the effort and the time to support your team in that. So that would be my advice, is kind of do it as a team and have it be part of your culture.
Yeah, totally. I mean, two things you were saying. One is like the first step to leveling up a skill is to acknowledge that you need it,
Right.
and
Yes,
that you don't have it
exactly.
currently.
Yeah.
And two, it can be really daunting to do that. And so if you have like accountability buddies, in the company, or
Yes, exactly.
even if like just your, not just your colleagues, but friends or whoever, like being able to have people encourage you
Yes.
to go into the unknown
Yes,
of where you don't.
exactly. That is hugely
huge,
impactful.
huge, yeah.
Build it into your team meetings. Have 15 minutes where you talk about what you're building, what you're learning. I've seen that be really effective as well. Teams that often will just set up like a 1 hour meeting where they just share out kind of what they're building, what they're vibe coding, how they're using AI, and then you can even bring to that meeting what you're working on and get the team to kind of support you. So I think it's a really exciting time to build team culture and collaboration around learning.
Yeah, incredible. So, we're here at Digimarcon in Hollywood. From your experience thus far, again, it's early in day one, as an exhibitor, what advice would you give to business leaders who want to attend, or like, what would you say you're going to get out of this kind of experience?
Like I was saying when we started, I just think taking a break from your desk and your daily emails and meetings and stepping back and talking to other marketers can be very eye-opening. It can really give you a lot of clarity. It can reinforce some things that you might be seeing out there. So I just think that's hugely important, and I do it as part of my practice as a marketing professional, just to make sure to kind of go to some conferences every year and take these days where I take a pause and talk to other marketers. I think it's truly really helpful to just get that other perspective.
Yeah, totally. And obviously you're going to get a lot of like great insights, but I think another thing people don't often talk about is the things that you already know, especially like working cross-departmentally, or like us being a marketing agency working with clients who don't really know marketing that well, which thank goodness, because that means they need us.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's hard. You get in a space where you're like, is this really like the trend? And like I've said the same thing of like, this is what needs to happen over and over, and you start like, is this really? And so hearing other people reflect back to you, other professionals in your field reflect back to you, like this is I think is really like impactful and powerful.
Yeah, it's validating. It helps you see around corners. I think it gives a lot of clarity when you take the time to, again, learn through your peers and talk to other people. And, it's a very dynamic time in marketing. So it's a great time to take those moments to get a pulse. Things are not going the same as they used to. Like, you really have to stay on top of things. So it's really important, especially right now, in my opinion, to just be out there kind of understanding what's going on outside of your own sphere of your team.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for answering all of my questions and for being here, part of the Texpo at Digimarcon. Last question is, how can people get in touch with you and learn more about what you do and how they can level up their own skills? Yeah,
the best way is to connect with me on LinkedIn, Kimberly Winna-Cottrell. On LinkedIn, and I share lots of different content. I'll be sharing some notes about what I spoke about today around agentic storytelling. And then, check out AI Skills Navigator from Microsoft and start learning. Just set aside an hour every week and just start chipping away. It feels great, and it will unlock kind of like new possibilities.
Great. Well, thank you for telling your story and for talking to me. And I hope you have a great rest of the conference.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet
you.
All right.
Same to you.